I mentioned in the first half, I said in the 90s, it was actually 2004 that the domestic comp in Italy was brought back, was reintroduced. And since then, when you hear the grand plan for the game in this part of the world, look, I love the idea of a team in Northern Italy playing in the Super League. And, you know, France would like to have two teams in the Super League, and Northern Italy,
it's got to be
to open the door for financial injection, that has to happen.
Imagine a team in Milan and a team in Barcelona, Northern Spain, and two in France, the south of France. That'd be some holiday.
Yeah.
Just watching football, wouldn't it?
Well, I wasn't thinking like that, but yes, that would be.
You've got to think of the tourists. Laterally, you were telling me in the first half I had to think outside the box, and there you go. We've got great football teams to watch. They're in beautiful parts of the world.
Well, you've thrown a Spanish team in. I never mentioned a Spanish team.
I was thinking outside the box.
The Spanish are just starting. They're just organising it now. They're advertising. You know, they want players. They want to get Spanish rugby league up and running.
So all of that maybe sometime in the future, but that is what they're trying to work towards over here. But to the present, to the here and now, and we've got a situation where Italy trail Tonga by 2-0. Scotland in if Tonga win, as far as the quarterfinals are concerned. And it is the man who went so close to scoring, Josh Bandolato, who gets us underway with a kick-off that had plenty of hang time on it, allowing the Italians to chase through. And the crowd get cosy again, ready to go in this second half. And they've done their bit in this game. They've provided the atmosphere. And I said at the top, it's sort of a split. It's not like some of the other grounds where crowds have adopted the underdog. Oh, Moimoi's done it again! Moimoi's knocked another one over. Was it Little Nasso that time? Wow, Fui. Mamma mia, all those things.
Yeah.
Fui, moi.
He's got some notches on his belt. Watch this.
Oh dear.
Raymond.
Take that.
Yeah, almost knocked Ray Nasso's beard off. Ferocious run from Fui, moi. Tonga 3 metres inside their own half. And Seliuini and a nice dummy as they work left side, right side Foster. Oh, they've called it back here. Serraldo was away. And he's going to end up saying changeover. Off went Cameron Serraldo.
Serraldo was gone, wasn't he? Let's have a look. Strigea, his elbow probably touched the ground. It is the right call. Serraldo didn't want it, did he?
They caught on that last tackle play there and not getting that kick away. Not going to please Charlie Tonga that.
Serraldo could be a game breaker on this left edge for Italy in the second half as it comes across and Falcone's offload. A beautiful play. Mark Minicello got it to Tedesco. Tedesco with a step. James Tedesco. He may have been held up as well. There's no celebrations from the Italians. James Tedesco has found the afterburners there, but may not have grounded the footy.
It's just the grounding, please. Well, he's got momentum to get over the line. It's just whether the ball's down. I could do with a different angle, please. This goes back to me. If you just do it slow now, I know he's got the momentum to get over. It's just whether the ball's grounded. Oh, it's up. Just got to make sure whether there's a point that the ball actually touches the ground. Can't see the ball on the ground on that one. Can we go back to the previous angle, please? Yeah, not that one, because that's got his back to him. It's going to have to be frame by frame to see if there's a point where the ball touches the ground. That's up there. The ball's up. And does he get it down there? There's a hand under. Six's hand is underneath that ball.
This will be tackle 2, I think. We had 1 tackle, is that right, Cliff? We have 1 tackle over there. Yeah, this will be tackle 2.
But I can't see anything on there that suggests that the ball is on the ground. Everything suggests that there's a hand under the ball.
Okay, mate.
We'll just check this angle one more time, Ben. It's definitely up there. And as it makes its way towards the ground, 6 gets his hand under the point of the ball and holds it up. I can't see the ball down. No try, tackle 2.
You've heard it all there, and first of all, Penny Terapo is the man who gets on the back, and Lungy's the man who gets underneath it. Tedesco did not get up celebrating like someone had scored the try, and he wasn't trying to bluff them. No try is the call. They're not blowing up about it, so you've got to say, on that evidence, the decision is right. In the Southern Hemisphere, it would be sent upstairs with a decision by the referee, try or no try. It would be up to the video referee to conclusively prove otherwise. So if that had been set up a try, it wouldn't have been disallowed. If it had been set up no try, it would have been confirmed as no try. But different system here at the World Cup for our viewers from that part of the world.
Let's celebrate the speed of Tedesco there. He's just like a bat out of hell, wasn't he? Flew.
Here's the Italians. Minicello has got it away. Mantellato with the ball. He's 5 from the line, and now the red jumpers coming from everywhere. Where the Italians had pile-ups in the first half with their scramble defence. Reith Muller hit back. Reith Muller putting him like one of those wheelie bins, taking him back towards the 20. Last tackle for Italy, Nasso and Getty. His kick will come down in the in goal. It's well placed. It's well placed, but the Italians were decked. It's a penalty, Italy. Well, here's a big decision. Do you just go for 2-all? Do you want the attack?
They're signalling the 2. I'd be taking the tap. I'd be playing on.
Further down the track, draw is no good to Italy. Oh, no, draw is good.
I've got a tap 20.
No, draw is no good. Confirmation. Draw is no good. That would have them 1 point short of Scotland. So they do have to win the game. Win by any margin.
They're taking the kick. Taking the 2 points. I would have played on there, Brian. I think, you know, they've a little bit of momentum. They've nearly been through twice.
Oh, hang on a second.
What's he doing here?
I thought he gave the penalty.
Well, they've come back for a 20-metre restart, and Tonga have the ball, and Fanua with that fend and bump. He doesn't want to step them. He just wants to run at them, over the top of them, and bump them. Here's Moi Moi. Ooh, they go high on Moi Moi.
Oh, he's not happy either.
Oh, he's not happy against Cade Snowden.
Don't poke a bear with a stick. Don't poke the bear with a stick. Just say, sorry, Philly. We'll do it again.
He messed his hair up, I think.
Cade Snowden, he ain't going to be saying, yeah, coming at me again, Philly. He's just going to say, oh, sorry, mate. Just don't poke the bear with the stick.
Don't poke the bear. That's a Yorkshire expression, isn't it?
Yes.
A lot of bears up this part of the world.
There are.
There's Hurrell.
Oh, another one. Just
another bear. Another bear. Big red bear.
A bear with small boys for legs.
40 metres away from the Italian line. Tonga lead by 2, and Da'ai is with it. Right to centre field now. Seliuini. And they want to go to the left side. And Vave is the man who just wraps it under the wing. And after a period there where we've been watching all Italy, now we see Tonga's chance. Moi Moi's centre field. 15 metres away from the line. And Seliuini left. Lungy, good ball on the edge. Willie Manu is held up by Minicello. Tedesco there with Falcone. Seliuini, last tackle. Lungy will kick across field. They're going to look for the giraffe. Here he comes. Tupo went up. He's lost it. Italy have got the ball. It ended up in the hands of Guerra. The 2 Roosters.
Turnover on the 10, boys.
And they will say change over 10 out from the line.
10, mate, yeah.
They both got up there, didn't they?
Wait.
It's going to have to be a fair leap from Daniel Tupou.
Go.
He's not a small boy, is he?
Last one.
And that's how he catches him. Not only is he tall, he always has the 2 hands at full stretch above his head. So
when you're 6'4", you're jumping 7'5".
Well,
the arms.
I was just going to round it up to about 10 feet.
Okay, all right, cool, yeah.
He's an extension ladder. That's what he is.
There's a problem for the Italians.
Yeah, you can't. You know, one of the game plans, no matter what level of, you know, potential you are or ability, you can't let the opposition start a set of 6 inside your own half. And Italy have done that here for Tonga. Who's 20 metres out from the line?
Got the head and feet here, Tonga?
Yeah, he's given it to Tonga. I thought they knocked it down. Looked to me like they knocked it down.
Okay, buddy. Here we go, please. Down, fellas.
Well, it's so tense, 6 into the second half, and still no tries here. As Matai Tonga with it. Number 1, Nesiasi Matai Tonga. And Moi Moi just got another run and ended up a pretty good tackle. The revenge of Nassau, that was called that tackle, was a good job. And a short pass, Manu. Manu has got it there. Or did he lose it? Oh, here we go again. Willie Manu, no, he's celebrating. Manu reckons he's got this down. Video referee to confirm. But Willie, he believes he's holding a couple of aces here. He's got the guns, the weapons of mass destruction. And Tonga finally might have the first try.
Rounded, please. Oh, that looks down. I can't see any loss of ball, and it looks to land straight on the line. I'll take the same camera angle, please. Just a little bit slower if we can. There's a foot coming across from 5. That is on the line. Does he get the ball down? He's still got a good grip on it there. And that's down. That's a try.
We've had so many close calls in this match, a couple against Italy, but this one will be confirmed now on the big screen to the crowd here at the Shea in Halifax. Get ready for the cheer from the Tongan supporters. And in the distance, I can hear the Scottish players screaming their heads off at the Park Inn in Manchester. They take a small step closer to qualifying for the quarters as Tonga move to a 6-0 lead.
It's that man Lange again. Fui lays the platform, scatters a few blue jumpers all over the place. Quick play the ball, gives Lange the opportunity, but Willie Manu through a small hole. He gets a one-on-one opportunity, beats him, beats Minicello, and gets the ball down.
Willie Manu, one of 3 players who played at the 2000 World Cup. Last time it was held in this part of the world. He, Brent Kite, both for Tonga, Sinfield for England. They're the 3 players, the survivors from 13 years ago. Big try. Italy would need to be the next to score, you would think, because Tonga, if they get their tails up here, I don't think I want to be trying to stop the charges. They're going to come even harder at them, the likes of Moi and Hurrell and the rest. There's a Lange, a big kick, puts them further than a converted try in front. It has taken us 47 minutes to get a try, and now it's an 8-0 lead.
He beat Getty and he beat Minicello to the line. Falcone it was, not Getty. He does that. That's no embarrassment. He does that regularly in the Super League. Willie Manu, he's going to beat you at some stage.
Tonga's longest serving player, now 33 years of age, Willie Tonga, and here they come to start the next passage of play. And Italy will like to try and force an error. Penny Terrapo with a quick play the ball after that run. Moi's getting ready for another charge. The fans know it. He's keeping them nice and warm tonight. They just teased them there. Celiuini deciding to go left side with Vave. See, if some of these other blokes had hair like Moi, the crowd would be up all the time. It's the hair that gets them in. Because Vave's as big as him, but no one even says anything when he runs it up. And now the kick from Lange, can't find the grass. Minicello with that little leap again and comes back hard. Anthony Minicello rocked in the tackle, short of the 40-metre line. Mantellato and Guerra probably needs to get more involved. Aiden Guerra.
Yeah, he's a good player. Back rower, playing in the centres for Italy. So he's got some work rate in him and some workload, and needs to impress himself on this game.
Sandy carried them inside the Tongan half, and this time with Lafranchi thrown down in the Moi tackle with Manu. A little closer, but they need that polish at the end of the set, and they reach that point right now. Last tackle play, 20 metres out. Nassau for Falcone. Falcone's going to bomb out towards the corner of Tafua for Tonga. They allowed to bounce. That could have been fatal. Italy can't clean it up. Now they've got it. Now it's lost by Serraldo, and Tonga come up with the ball. And a big run back from Terapo. Wow, what about letting the ball bounce a bomb on your own goal line? What playbook does that come out of?
Fine. It's not ideal, is it? It nearly backfired on nearly worked out, because Minicello tries to get the ball back. It's not back to one, and Tonga with a free run at the line.
And spreading, and there's another one of those fins. We saw in the replay, it was Tafua and Matai Tonga and Tafua, Fanua and Matai Tonga. There's 5 of them there, 2 of them with the same name. They all just looked at it. Oh, I'm just thinking of a limerick now. Fanua rhymes with Tafua. They all went off to the 3 pigeons and had a turkey roll. It's a bit of a fizz at the limerick. And there's Lungy. It made me hungry. Everything gets back to food. I don't know what's happened to me over here. And here's Lungy with the ball. And he's only 30 metres from the line.
I mean, it's a big statement, Bossy, but I think Langy's been the difference between the 2 teams at the moment. You know, I'm not taking away anything.
Oh, there's a chance now.
He's on.
And away goes Nassau. Nassau, has he got the speed? Ray Nassau has roped in.
Great play.
He's got little legs. They were moving as fast as they possibly could.
Come left.
Great charge down. Big chance for Italy. Getting to Minicello. And Guerra on his outside. Minicello has brought down 2 metres from the line. And the tackle of Foster. Unexpected chance for Italy. Getty offloads. Santi takes a run at them. Tonga have regrouped, but it's only halfway through the count. Now Guerra from dummy half, standing in the tackle. Back to Nassau. He's had enough. He's trying to catch his breath. He needs an oxygen tank. The last thing he needed was the ball. He's tackled 5 from the line. Minicello back now for Getty, a dummy. They lose their way a fraction there, Italy. They were on a huge roll, and all of a sudden the play became pedestrian. Nassau, last tackle. Falcone with a grubber kick. Tafua's cleaned it up, and he'll get back to the field of play. And again, the finish from Italy, just not there.
That's another example of why I think Langy's the difference between the 2 teams. That's not taking away the physical prowess of people like Moi and Hurrell. I just think that Langy particularly has just managed to find enough kicks and enough field position, but he's gone here, Ray Nassau, hasn't he? He's done a great charge down, got the bounce, just couldn't get anybody with him to finish the play off on the next play.
It is 8-0 Tonga in front of Italy, and the Scottish players held their breath as Nassau went downfield. He was looking for another gear, he just didn't have Ray Nassau. He's a game player though, isn't he? And a kick comes here from inside the 40. Plenty on that, but Minicello well positioned. Anthony Minicello for Italy, the captain, will bring it back almost to the 40. He gets there. 28 minutes to go. Tonga 8, Italy 0. Just 1 try in the match to Willie Manu. And 2 goals to Lungy, the 5'8". And Italy with the ball centre field short of halfway. Centroni has come in for a run.
3, clear!
They've tried all their bench players. Where's the big play going to come from? They've come close, more so than Tonga tonight, Italy. They've had the closer chances, played by Mark Minicello. And then Nassau centre field for Lafranchi. Lafranchi can't offload. Last tackle. This point again for Italy. Nassau. It comes to Ryan Getty. He tries the low kick again. It's just not coming off. They've forced them in goal, though.
Great defence.
Well, that's a big play from Guerra on Matai Tonga to get him in goal.
That's a great play from Guerra. That's smart football, isn't it? Knew he was still moving.
I have seen those blown as penalties before. You know, sometimes the referees go a different way, but I'm happy for that to be the call. I hate players just submitting and just lying there. I think you're allowed to put some sort of challenge in.
Well, I think, and what Ben Thaler just said to the Tongan players when they questioned it was all in one motion. It wasn't like he went on him and then he tried to lift again. It was all in one motion. Took him over. Great work. Goal line dropout. Here we go.
Yeah, like that error count there, 10. I mean, it looks high, but it's added to the excitement of the game and the tension of it. You know, turnovers being quick and defence into attack, and here come the Italians again, and it's Vaughan who brings it up. He created one big break in the first half with a brilliant offload for Serraldo. This left edge for Italy, this is where I think they can break them. Serraldo and Guerra. And now 18 metres away from the Tongan line. Anthony Minicello, Vaughan and Santi. And then Santi in the NRL next year will be off to Parramatta. He's tackled 9 metres away from the line. Hasn't played in the NRL yet. Here is Nasso. Nasso to Anthony Minicello. Little head fake. Now he does the circle. Now he passes it away. And oh, he slipped. I hope it's not a knee injury. Just a slip. Here at the Shea for Getty. Nasso across field. Anthony Minicello. Ball player now. Has got it on the bounce. Tedesco. Tedesco spin and step and held by the defence. Lungy across there. All hands on deck for the Tongans. 5 tackles elapsed for the Italians. The kick is dabbed across field. They fly high. Conrad Hurrell has got the ball and he's stayed in the field of play.
Well, they were looking for Guerra, wasn't they, to get above Hurrell, but he stayed strong, he stayed solid, and came up with a terrific catch.
Well, it's not really his go necessarily. I haven't seen Hurrell catch many high balls. Got as high as he could there. Safe take. Now good offload from Paya. It's out to Fanua. Hasn't he got a fend on him? Mahe Fanua.
Learned it from Justin Timberlake.
Or something like that. He's got the big rat's tail down the back. Mahe Fanua. I'm going to grab myself one of them. Here's Tonga. And Lungy with another kick. He's taken over, hasn't he, Lungy? He knows Foster's just an under-20s player. So is Lungy, though, to be honest, but he's had that taste of first grade, and he's trying to take charge of this game, the 5'8". Guerra comes in for a touch and is just inside the Tongan half. Now 8-0, 24 minutes to go into early evening here in Halifax. Vaughan takes another run at them. Vaughan is 35 away. Centre field for Italy. Nasso, Mark Minicello, very direct, coming at the Tongan defence. They're going to reach a last tackle play. Nasso dragged in from behind by Manu. And now Manu wants to rip the ball right off him and take his Italian jumper as a souvenir. Doesn't get it. Last tackle play. Kick through from Falcone. The low kicks. They've got it back. They've got it back. Tremonti! That's 6 to go. Tremonti. He can smell the line. It was right under his nostrils. Didn't score. Now from dummy half, and Foster's there in defence. Nasso has a little look. It'll be played by Falcone. Nasso scored his tries from dummy half against Scotland. Oh! Serraldo is a whack-a-rooney by Conrad Hurrell. Serraldo's, well, there's 3 of his ribs I can see out on the grass. Someone go pick them up, and you can cook them up for me with barbecue sauce. Wow. What a tackle on Cameron Serraldo. Conrad Hurrell. He's a thing.
He's not well. What's this? What's this? This is rugby league. Boom.
Whack.
Oh, the timing was.
Oh, he's in not good shape, Cameron Serraldo. I mean, we can half-pie joke about it, but that's gotta hurt.
I think he tried to do the right thing and get back up, got onto his haunches, and then just thought, nah, I'm sitting back down. There it is there, look. Goes back down. That was a crunch. We've seen Hurrell carry the ball very strong, and that proves that he can also defend as well.
Cameron Serraldo, the Johnny Knoxville lookalike.
He's going to get on the edit reels anyway, Cameron Serraldo.
Tense times for Carlo, the coach. 8-0, still stacks of time. I don't want it to end. 23 and a half. No. We can keep the lights on till midnight. I'll pay the bill. Out of Brian Noble's pay, and it'll be all sweet. Let them keep going. Let's have a 4.5 hour game. Why stop?
Make sure you're coming out clean, Anthony.
And the ball with Kite. Taken down in the tackle of Tremonti. How close did he get, Tremonti? I mean, the ball was underneath his nose. The line was underneath his nose. But how many close calls have Italy had? And we are talking about, you know, inches between scoring. They could have 4 tries in that instance.
I was just thinking a game like this, Fossey, it's really important that you get that opportunity to put the ball down, because the more nervous Italy get, you know, they needed an early score to get themselves back into this game, and they've had a fair bit of possession down there.
Last tackle this time for Tonga as the match settles down. Look, the crowd's tense now. You know, they're engrossed with what they're seeing here. It's compelling viewing, and Minicello under the ball goes down on one knee. Anthony Minicello with it. Nice step, but then cleaned up. There's no way to treat one of the grand men of rugby league. Fanua comes up with that tackle on Anthony Minicello. Completed sets even, that's been the case right through the night. 8-0, 1 try. Willie Manu got it. It took us 47 minutes to get one. Here's more of the same. And now Mark Minicello, they rush up on him. Manu there. And Lungi and Paya, this was the hit. Pretty good stuff on Aiden Guerra. He was right over the right-hand side. He went looking for that sort of trouble. 5th tackle play here for Italy. There's a chance to run. Oh, Getty decides to kick. Gee, they drop back deep. Tonga there.
That's the inexperience in the halves there. Should have ran, took the ball to the line. Neat little ball out of a 3v1 virtually there.
And a Tupou to play it. He's called back. He's got the bright yellow boots with the red socks and jump up. And this time with George Tafua. Nassau another tackle. I don't know whether Nassau gets taken off now. He's sort of crucial to them getting home in this game. And that's a crook. Oh, that's a crook old ball through the legs. And Harrell, well, dear oh me, to come at this moment, it was sloppy stuff across.
It was Foster, was it, with the ball? It wasn't Hurrell came up with a. Yeah, it's Foster with a scruffy play. I think somebody's jumped in on him and Hurrell and caused a bit of confusion.
Crowd again get a little bit of voice as the Italian contingent know that this becomes the next big set of the match. Should win the scrum. Can't take it for granted after what we saw in the first half, but they should win it 30 metres out. Getty will make sure of this with that angled scrum feed. Falcone, well, they've decided to pull out a little trick shot. The kick has bounced awkwardly. Tonga go back for it. And the young fullback Matai Tonga forces a line dropout.
Smart play, good kick. Still got the 6 players in Tonga's half, and why not?
Well, it was a kick that had to be on the money as well, wasn't it? And it certainly was. Minicello chasing through. Great work from Tonga to get back and save the day. But yeah, smart play. Had to try something there.
I'll give this kid a rap though. Again, Nesiasi, Matai Tonga. You know, big names in this, and we mentioned like Fisiahi would be out there, and this kid, he's done a job for him tonight. Really done a job. The number 1 for Tonga. And now Italy. Horn is the man who runs. Oh, he just lost his footing there. He was looking to launch himself at the defence.
Last one. Move.
30 metres away. Tackle number 1. That's where they would have started from the scrum. They got a penalty. So they can kick for line and have a full set from 10 out if they like. Nassau is thinking tap. He's done that. And passes up for Reithmuller. And he's inside the Tongan 20. At 8-0 as we get into the final quarter of the match. Tonga's line not yet broken, although Italy have come close 3 or 4 times. 1 metre away from the line. Nassau can score from dummy half, we know that. He goes deep back to Getty, who's got suddenly kick happy. The ball to the in goal again and is whacked over like a Roger Federer forehand over the dead ball line.
Well, I don't know if he kicked that a play early, because if he's kicked this, nobody's chasing the ball. Well, maybe Minicello, he might have had something going with Minicello there.
He was the only one I think that knew about tackle 3. Yeah, very, very strange kick. They've got the, you know, it's paid off for him in the end, but very strange that one.
Tonga doing their fans proud. They can't make the quarters, but the pride they are showing in defending their line here. Moi Moi getting ready to come back on.
Get going quicker on these restarts. Come on, let's go.
Look at the hair. Wow. Line drop out. Tonga 8-0, 19 to go. And through it goes. Imagine that, the barber in Halifax as he walked down the street. Oh, this is my lucky day. This is going to get me a holiday home. But no, he walked straight past. He just had a look in the window. Nassau to Vaughan. Vaughan is inside the 20. Tonga defending again their goal line. Field position has been with Italy the greater field position. And it's Lafranchi with a step and back into trouble. Can't offload. Nassau 9 metres out. I think this is the set that Nassau might have a little crack at them. You know, he got the tries. He got 2 tries either side of half time. Oh no!
Penalty.
Oh no!
Penalty.
The ball lost.
He's give a penalty.
He's going to give a penalty, is he? Ryan Getty had got to his feet.
Time's off.
Well, they've got to score now.
Now time off.
For the game, if they don't score now, I think they'll struggle here, Italy.
Well, Moi gets pinged, and Italy will have another chance. Vaughan gets a little glimpse of the line. They got hold of the arm, and the old rabbit chop from Foster. Chopping the arm. Back it comes for Ged. Oh, they've put it down again. Mark Minicello that time. And Tonga's away. It's the young fullback upfield. Beautiful step back inside. Great fend. Nasiasi Matai Tonga. Write a song about him. As the ball comes down, Tafua's offloaded. Dummied there by Licky, who's out there. 20 metres away from the Italian line. Dazzling play. Oh, no, Hurrell, what happened there? Just lost it. And then the ball's with Lungi. Just 19 metres away from the line. Italy's turn to defend. They trail by 8 points to 0. And this is Mickey Paya, the young fullback. Big play for Tonga to get him into this position. Lungi out left side. Manu is the try scorer. Can't get away from the defence. Lafranchi finishes off the tackle with Tedesco. And they've still got a couple of tackles left here. The Tongans, interesting play there from Kite. The Mexican standoff. Now the dummy. Through goes Foster. Foster is, oh, he's stretched out. Well, Foster has got it down. The referee says try. Minicello reckons it's a double movement, if not a triple movement. But he's given the try to Daniel Foster. I've never seen Anthony Minicello blow up like that in his long career.
Well, here's the reason. Minicello at one end of the field comes up with the error. Mane Tonga's off, gone to the races on his own. Brick Kite with the stand-up play. Foster takes off.
Clean, go behind the post. Go behind the post, mate.
That's the try. Minicello can blow up all he wants. And rightly so. That's the passion in the guy and the emotion, but Foster does real well here. Doesn't ground his arm and try.
Yeah, absolutely 100% from Daniel Foster. 20 years of age, scores for Tonga. It's 12-0. The Scotland team are crossing the parking. They are getting restless. They are so close to advancing to the quarterfinals now, to play New Zealand at one of the great sporting complexes of the world at Headingley. That would be next Friday. There is time for the Italians, even if Lungi gets this kick, but it will become tough. Look, even if he gets the kick, they still have to win the game. They have to come up with 3 plays, so 12-0, 14-0. It's not going to make much difference to Italy. But Lungi's got the kick. 15.5 to go, time blown back on, and Lungi's kick, oh gee, it went right over the top of the upright. No goal, 12-0 scoreline.
Well, Italy got to get the ball back now, and here we see the try from Foster. It's Kite that stops the Italian line and gives Foster the running opportunity. He gets in front of the line and gives him that opportunity to run through it, but he's got the gadget arms and just leaps out with his arm and puts the ball down, and fair play.
Well, 12-0 in this Group C match, the last of this pool. Earlier today, Cook Islands defeating Wales by 28 points to 24. And at Neath, and Wales finished with a 0-3 record at this World Cup. And here is Paya, has worked hard for Tonga, and Paya with an offload. He's there again, Matai Tonga. Growing in confidence, the young fullback. Seliuini has them going left side. Now they're away, now they're in the groove. Mahe Fanua stumbling his way through. Manu, Tonga on a roll. Foster the try scorer. Moi's got another run. Moi runs at Lafranchi. Tries to get rid of him, can't, and Nasso's over the top again. 35 from the line. And Lungi stabs it through. Great kick. Oh, Minicello. That's a good trick from Minicello in slippery conditions to hang on to that ball. 14 to go. 12-0. Italy now definitely have to score next. and then score again. And to win and advance to the quarterfinals, have to score again after that.
I think they should shape up now and try and move the ball around a bit, play a bit hotter, a little bit of an offload. Do something different than they have been doing.
Well, they've got Guerra to centre field, but playing him as a one-out play, not going to produce the big break they need. Minicello tackled by Celiuini. Anthony not happy that they didn't get off him. Now they're going to try a chip. They're going to every possible idea that they've got. But Hurrell is there to field it. Nasso is off for Italy. They've sent Parada back out there, and Hurrell is hurt. Time off here. 13 and a bit to go at 12-0 to Tonga. Conrad Hurrell is the man down. Look, I'm excited about if Scotland play New Zealand. I think that'll be a grand occasion. If Italy had played, would have been grand. But there's part of me wishes that Tonga was there, because you know they've improved, haven't they, after their first up loss.
Well, they're paying the price for it by their standards, an appalling first half up in Workington against Scotland. Thought they were 22 points down, something like that.
You get these nations up against New Zealand, for these Tongan players up against New Zealand. I mean, you know, some of these have played Test football for the Kiwis, but now pledging allegiance to the islands of Tonga, where they tell me that the numbers of players registered there. That's a good look. That'll go down well in Halifax tonight. You'd buy him a pint. I'm sorry about that. You'd have a beer, have a Guinness. But over 2,000 players now registered there in Tonga in the game of rugby league, where you know rugby union has been so strong. And play back underway with Mickey Paya. Back up to halfway and over. And again, I'll say it, he's been strong. There's been a lot of good performance. Tough night to pick the man of the match here. As Tonga lead by 2 converted tries. Still no 4-pointer for Italy, but so many close calls. And Willie Manu got the first try of the night. Tackled 37 away from the Italy line. And this is Kite with it, and has lost the ball, and Italy come back with it. Mark Minicello ended up with it, and there's a penalty. Now they have to say, let's speed it up. Let's kick for line, get it on. 12 and a half to go. 12-0 lead. I'm hoping for the occasion, for the crowd, that Italy do score a try, and that we get that tension right into it. Set will start 30 metres out from the line. And the first run is with Mark Minicello. What has been a big weekend for brothers in this Rugby League World Cup. Mark and Anthony out there tonight for Italy. Now with Lafranchi. Lafranchi's only 5 metres from the line. Some of these players too probably realising this is their last international football if they exit tonight. Very flat ball from Parata. Reith Muller held right in front of the upright by Paya and Moi Moi. Parata, they take another power shot at them. And Lafranchi will be called to play it. But that is tackle number 4. They get a bit deeper this time. Getty passes for Santi. Can't get through. Good defence again from Tonga. Last tackle, Anthony Minicello looked up to the left, goes right. Getty doesn't go high. The kick is across. It's fumbled. It's far. They say penalty for a push. Penalty to Tonga. Italy thought they had one coming, but Tonga get the penalty. And now there's 11 to go.
Fui didn't miss Getty, did he?
Oh. Who was pushed there?
Who was pushed? He wasn't pushed.
Oh, jeez.
Boys. Ready, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Tough penalty on the Italians, that.
Not quite sure. So Tonga with the ball, and they will just try and get through another set. The clock's their friend. It's the enemy of Italy. 10 and a half to go at 12-0. Seen plenty of games won with 3 tries in the last 10. That's what Italy have to do tonight.
Release. Here we are, guys. Hold it. Hold.
Slow play the ball from Paya. And Moi Moi has another run. Probably not his most brutal or scary of the night. And Santi got up in his face with Parata. Off to the right. Foster out to Hurrell. He's recovered from that head knock.
Release. Hold it, guys.
He's got rid of the tubes up the nose, so no one's going to buy him a drink now. As Lungi gets across, the young fullback with a step, and Matai Tonga, and there's a half a chance. Oh, just ran over the ball. There's now Mahe Whanua, some loose play by the Tongans. Now it's bounced. Not basketball, boys. Well, I don't know. Where was the first knock on of those 7?
Well, I think in the process he called that back to 0 for Tonga, so he's adjudicating as a knock on. Well, yeah, Italian player played it there, but there's no knock on, so that's play on, so this should be head and feed the Italians, because he just drops the ball cold there, doesn't he?
Yeah, it definitely does. Got the call right there, the touch judge. So this is probably the last throw of the dice for Italy. They need to come up with some points on this play, and then to give themselves any chance.
Home of Halifax Rugby League has been since 1998. Great memories of From Hall. Chris Anderson, great former Australian coach. Had some happy times at Halifax. Minicello across field here. Santi to play it. That's tackle 1. 49 metres from the Tongan line. 12 points to 0. Parada's going to dart off there, but hit hard in the tackle of Kite and Foster. Now to the 40, Minicello, the experienced players are trying to get Italy across the line here. Vaughan's got it. Vaughan across field, offloads, pressure on Sandy, risky ball. Now there's pressure on everyone. And the Giraffe falls on it, Tupou. Squandered chance for Italy. Scotland take another step forward towards the quarterfinals. Now 9 minutes to ride out this match. Moi this time is running big. Moi is hit by Guerra. I think the grandstand shook. Centre field for Kite. Kite comes to a complete stop. Submits in the tackle. Moi running at Guerra, and yeah, nice.
Needs some power in
Here's Lungi for Tonga. Has got it away. Manu with the ball. And we'll play it 15 out. Last tackle for Tonga. I think a kick's got to come Tupou's way, hasn't it? They decide to go the short side. Little kick. Italy have got the ball. They may regret that decision. Tonga, you've got Tupou out on the wing, and they don't use him. 10,666 the crowd tonight. Great attendance here at the Shea. 5-figure crowd. LaFranchi with the ball. And LaFranchi almost back to halfway for Italy. What's the next magic trick they can produce? At the moment, they're the short sleeve magicians. And they're out of work, if you can have a think about it, Brian. Italy with it 41 metres away from the Tongan line. And this is Falcone. Passes for Tedesco. Tedesco's got it away. The pass on the deck from Centroni. Another chance goes begging for Italy. Whanua ends up with the ball.
Release.
Tedesco tries to get. Was he in touch? Would be the question there. Did the fullback knock on as well?
Well, yeah, he came from an offside position to fall on the ball. So another bit of a bad luck story for the Italians.
Tonga possession again. Look at the clock. Just over 7 to go. Moi runs again. Moi makes a late bid for man of the match. Last tackle, Tonga. Up he gets. And Foster's going to kick. So Foster's got it on the full to Anthony Minicello. Getting down to the miracle stage for Italy now. Minicello with the ball. Tackle number 1. Inside the final 7 minutes. Scotland so close to qualifying for that quarter-final against New Zealand. The Bravehearts and the Kiwis is the possible menu. Oh, that was forward to Guerra. What a dreadful play at this time from LaFranchi. He can't argue with that, surely. I thought that was blatantly forward. Called by the referee. And look who is man of the match. Man of the match is Moi. Well deserved. 12-0. Just over 6 to go. That was a forward pass, wasn't it, Brian?
I was laughing at the expression of Fui on his face.
Yeah.
I'm looking, thinking.
What was the story? I'm just trying to think that the yarn when he first turned up. He turned up at South Sydney before he played for Parramatta, and he was only getting short since he was out of condition. He was a train wreck, and he'd only come on and play for 5 minutes, and they wanted him to go off for a long run. And what did Moy turned up to training and said, Fui only played for 5 minutes, Fui only trained for 5 minutes. And that's how it went for Fui Moi back in the early days. But to his credit, he got a heck of a lot fitter. Tedesco's got the ball on the turnover here for Italy. And no advantage, so scrum feed Italy. They want to pack it quickly. I think you're right down to the point. They have to score this next set. If we're going to get the miracle, they have to score in this next set. Time is off. 5.5 to go.
Fui's got man of the match and he's taking everybody's arms off everybody. Nah, you're not having a scrum.
Stay on. Wait there, please. Wait there.
Tonga have forgotten how to pack a scrum at the final moment. Do need to get 6 there.
We'll pick up on one thing you said, boss. It's the nature of this World Cup. The Italians have been fabulous. Even if they don't come away with anything, they've been absolutely fabulous and a breath of fresh air for this competition. But it's slightly sad not to see the Tongans in the last 8, isn't it?
What? Yeah, look, Italy and Tonga worthy of taking a place in the last 8 on what we've seen here. As away goes Parada, and Moi, the man of the match, comes up with a double.
Well done, Scotland.
30 metres away from the line. Anthony Minicello's been stripped of the ball. It was 1-on-1. It'll be a knock-on against Tonga. So Italy need to pack the scrum quickly. So now the time has stopped with just under 5 to go. There was no question it was 1-on-1 strip, but once it was ripped out, they've ruled that it's travelled forward from Licky there.
Okay, here we
Scrum,
go, guys. Fine,
30 away. They try to kick through on a previous scrum around about 15 minutes ago. What's the trick? Back for Falcone. Minicello, Tedesco. Wasn't all that crisp, was it, going across the line? And no one rolling forward. So they actually lose ground on the play. And now Mark Minicello runs it forward for the Azzurri. Back to the 30-metre mark. 4.5 to go, just under, in fact. The ball with Tremonti. How close did he come to scoring? That's been knocked down. The pass off Snowden. Back goes Guerra. And they seem to be out of any possible idea now. They've run dry, the Italians. It's an empty wine bottle. As Reith Muller passes Sandy's ball. Well, that can happen. They're trying, and it's the effort. But that, you got to think, was the last opportunity. Santi disconsolate at throwing that ball there. Their first World Cup for the Italians. Come through the European Cup. Their way past the likes of Serbia and Lebanon, Germany, Russia. Get themselves into the top 14 here. With the domestic comp in Italy getting stronger and stronger. These fellas out here flying the flag.
Here we go.
So Tonga scrum feed.
Will Tonga pop the cork here, Bossy?
Whoa, mate, the ball's got to be in first.
Yeah, look, I think they should go some big play. Let's not just go. Let's not just go set and kick. Let's really celebrate here. Let's get it out towards Tafua or swing it back right side. Try and find some of these stars in this back line. First tackle play, 25 away from their own line. But to keep a side scoreless of the Italians' quality has been quite an effort. Yeah, they're going to run it. This is good. On it comes. It's juggled. Licky pulls it in. And then loses it. And now, well, we're going to say knock on. No, that's not fair. We wanted more than that. 3 to go. And where Italy were rushing in to stop the clock before, not the same urgency now. They would look, a draw's no good. They could score 2 tries and convert them both, but there's not going to be time for 3. No extra time either. Tongans, I don't know. They've got enough players out there. They're working it out. You can only have 7 out of the scrum. They've done their maths now. Italy from that scrum win, a messy scrum. And Falcone, Minicello. Well, let's see if Italy can come up at least with a consolation try in this match. It's not the game they will be remembered by, though, at this World Cup. They had the big celebration day 1 at Millennium. And Centroni hit high. Penalty to Italy. The high tackle from Paya. Minicello wants to get in there and take the quick tap. He's got it now. Italy to have a quick go. Well, I don't know about having to kick the line. It's a bit of a waste of time. Falcone takes the tap, brings it in. Parada couldn't keep his feet. Now Parada back over towards that left side defence of Tonga. We've got just over 2 to go. 12-0. To be honest, Italy could have had 4 tries for the number of chances they've had tonight. Tremonti was one of those players to go so close. He's tackled. 5 from the line. Parata. And up they come. Snowden. Geddes lost it. Minicello picks it up. Referee says play on. 15 from the Tongan line. They want to keep their line defended. Keep it to 0. Snowden. And Snowden held there. Tower is there with Lungi and Paya. Close to the line yet again with 90 seconds to go. Parada. Geddes was smashed by Moimoi after kicking. Tupou flew high. Tupou. The giraffe is in full flight. The hunters are coming. Minicello, the captain of the Roosters, has got him. Tupou striding out. Tonga should still score. Foster. Oh, Foster's lost it. Foster loses the ball. They're going to rule, was it a strip? And if it's a strip, it's a try. He just wants to check it upstairs. But again, no celebrations from Tonga. Looked to me like Foster lost it.
It's a ball steal or whether it's lost. Going to make the tackle. Yeah, please. There is a bit of a pull on the ball. Oh yeah, he's pulled it out. He's pulled it out. Then it's hit the head. Yeah, let's just watch it again. Just make sure it doesn't come off his arm once it's been pulled out. Looking to see whether it hits the arm at all of the number 7 for Tonga. So that's hand on the ball. That's pulled away, stolen. No, it comes clean away and hits the head accidentally. Hits the head accidentally. That's play on. Just a grounding, please. That's a try.
I don't think that's right at all. He's trying to grab him to make the tackle, and Foster's trying to pull his arm. He contributes to it, and they're going to say try here. I can't agree with the decision there of Phil Bentham at all. I'm happy to discuss it over a pint later, but they get the try, Tonga. I reckon that's a dreadful call. Oh, that's not how the stripping rule meant to apply.
Well, you've got a responsibility to carry the ball properly, and how else are you going to stop somebody scoring a try when you're coming from behind? But it comes from this. Well, he didn't miss him either, did he? And then said, sorry, mate, it's the name of the game. 2 pulls off, and then it leads to this from Foster. Just, wow.
Knock on for me. He's got a, he's got a duty of care to carry that ball and keep control of it. And although, he did grab at the ball, but he then had another chance to get it and put it down, and he didn't do it. Fui going to take
They're going to give Fui the shot. Is he a toe poker? Well, watch this.
Oh, he's gone around the corner.
Moimoi now's changed to around the corner. And no, they make a change. Oh, and Brent Kite takes the shot and misses. Well, there you go from the Tongans. Comical end of the match. But Tonga knock Italy out, and Scotland are into the quarterfinals. Brent Kite, well, that was tripe the kick, and you can keep the change. That was dreadful.
Go the Bravehearts. We've said a lot about these 2 teams tonight about who should be there, who shouldn't be there. Scotland are there, and they've had a fabulous campaign. And don't discount Ian Henderson and Wallace and Brough and Russell out the back, because they deserve their slice of the cake as well. But these 2 teams also deserve the plaudits tonight. A great occasion, a great event. They've produced some fabulous fare.
Coverage brought to you by BetDAC, the sports betting exchange.
We reach the quarter-finals of this fantastic Rugby League World Cup next weekend. And if the group stages are anything to go by, these games definitely won't disappoint. Here he comes! Watch all 4 quarter-finals live.